powerful about anything. Okay? Here's one also. Don't do the work for the students, okay? Teach them how to do it, or help them get through it instead of doing it for them. This is pretty well across the board. Most of the professors will say, we don't want the tutors doing the work for them, we want them to help the students learn how to do the work. We will, in future sessions, we will talk more about ethics and confidentiality. Here's, if you can develop a sense of pride in what you're doing, helping people, that will be more powerful in helping you get better at it and motivating you to come to work, et cetera, than anything else, paycheck or anything. Okay? Now, also keep in mind that you may have bad days where you don't feel like you did the, you were up to par with your job. Just reflect on that and think, okay, tomorrow how can I do better? Okay? And if you do that daily, pretty soon you're going to be the best tutor there is. All right? All right. Transition to tutoring sessions. And then we're going to run out of time. All right, so the general tutoring session, when you, the tutee comes up, or when when you approach each other, make sure they know your first name, introduce yourself, shake hands, whatever it takes to establish that initial trust, be friendly. Okay? You want to set a tone for the tutoring session that is at ease, comfortable, and friendly. Okay? Also, it's a good idea if you don't start filling out the form right away in the tutoring session, at least look at the clock so you know what time it is when you started. Right? When I first started doing this, I always forgot to do that. What time did we start? Okay. Identify what the tutee goal is, or what you're going to try to accomplish in the time period that you have together. Okay. Whether it's completing a homework assignment or reviewing for a test or something like that. Within the first few minutes, you both want to have a good idea and the same idea of what that common goal is. Okay? And that will guide you through the whole tutoring session. Important to pause periodically to assess the understanding of the person that you're helping. Okay? Because for one thing, if it's not working, maybe you need to try it a different way. If it is working, what's working about it, and can we take full advantage of what is working? Things like that. Okay? And then as it closes, make sure you fill out the tutoring form, have the person sign it. Now, some tutors have the student fill it almost entirely out, and other tutors have the student just sign and put their student ID on. So that's your own decision. And then be sure and close with some kind of friendly gesture, giving the person the idea that you'd be happy to have them come back with help. And maybe even set up a future appointment. Anything to add to that? Okay. Let's go to these questions. All right. And one said, why are there no safety and fire drills? Okay. That's a very good question. Anybody have a good answer for that one? I would say busy life and or busy work, and because we're supposed to have regular drills. Yeah. So that's, I'm not going to point fingers, but I feel like no. Right. Next question. How much more can you stay to help a student in desperate need of help? More in terms of, we are limited, you guys are limited to 20 hours a week, so if you're under 20 hours a week, we can pretty well say that, yes, stay in help if you want to stay in help. If it's over 20 hours, we need to, that only can be done with special permissions from, which would be arranged by Karen, which she does sometimes. When we're really busy and we need more help in this area, Karen will go around and talk to tutors and see, maybe, you know, if you stay later or come earlier or come on the weekend. Does that answer your question? Okay, so now in general, the tutoring sessions, we limit them to 1 hour. If you're helping one student, you try to limit it to 1 hour. Or you can do 30 minutes. Okay? Next question? Do we get a discount in the bookstore? I don't think so. I don't think staff members or faculty or anybody does. Who? Staff does?
I get it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was telling you about something we didn't even get this year.
You have to tell them.
Oh. But not tutors?
Now that I don't know, we have to discuss it with the bookstore.
Yeah, so I'm guessing there's not.
I would
But,
guess no,
but we can find out.
but I'll find out.
Okay. There you go. As a peer tutor, when I do not have an appointment with a student, can I use my time to work on my homework? Definitely.
Can I address that subject
Yes.
though? Because, yes, work on the homework, however, as Diane said yesterday, that she did not address yet, there are other things that have to be done in the center too, because otherwise Diane is gonna do them all. I've
Yes.
seen her do that. So rather than going right to the homework, you know, for example, today, Grace, Jessica was coming in from another session, and I gave her my stack of tutor forms and forms that Mark requires. Grace had already made that stack, I gave it to her. Then I asked Grace to make a stack for me. She doesn't tutor public speaking, but she helps in that area. So rather than saying, can I go right to my homework, there are also other things that need to be done in the center. Cleaning, you know, maybe the forms that we use for tutoring are so quickly depleted, you know, without being told, we'll check that. And like today, I asked Tony, someone left dirty tissues on the table. And I'm thinking, I don't know if that's flu germs on those tissues, but she took and just sprayed it right away. So I think it has to be a broader than, can I guess go do my homework? It has to be that we, just like we said earlier, that team effort, we're all working together. And we don't want to have to ask each time, can you do this, can you do that? It should be a given that, okay, I'm gonna see what needs to be done, and then I'll do my homework. Even in the midst of the homework though, there might be something that needs to be done.
So, if you go back to the pride in your job thing, you know, if you're proud of it, then it's totally okay. But, like everyone's saying, make sure you've completed all your responsibilities and shown that you're available to help clean or, you know, do the extra things that we have to do just to get by. Okay?
Yeah,
Debbie?
I know that, but like, what if after you already add somebody all the time?
If you're, rather than, we would much rather you, rather than sit there and be unproductive, do your homework, definitely. And that should be considered a fringe benefit of the job, okay? And as far as eating, if you brought your lunch and you're willing to put down the food, if somebody comes up to help, you know, as far as what I've seen since I've been here, it's okay to eat. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I want to go through these real quick too. Oh, I'm turning this over. I'm going to go real quick.
Okay.
Okay. What do we say to disruptive students that are in the ASC? Your best bet is to come talk to a staff member and let the staff member do it. Because if you start holding somebody, there's liable to be hard feelings. Okay. What happens when students don't show up for scheduled appointments? There's nothing we can do except
Diane addressed that one really well yesterday though. I don't remember, it's something, I think it was you. Maybe it was you, if it's a pattern, after a period of time, what do? Talk with them and say,
They don't get, especially if they have standing appointments,
yes.
the standing appointments are canceled. They no longer have that ability. If a student is 10 minutes late, and say you're booked for the next student, and that student shows up, go right
That's
ahead, and the
true.
ones who didn't come on time are just out of luck. So,
And if that ever happens, and the other student comes in 15 minutes late, and now they're angry,
And it's like,
send them to one of us.
we're coming,
we're
chief.
coming.